Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to... well, not back to anything. Welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess with me, the Doctor. It feels like forever since I've done anything, and I'm so excited to start on this one, so let's get going. Tell me, do you ever feel a strange sadness as dusk falls? They say it's the only time where our world intersects with theirs. The only time we can feel the lingering regrets of spirits who've left our world. That's why loneliness always pervades the hour of twilight. But enough talk of sadness. I have a favour to ask of you, Doctor. I was supposed to deliver something to the royal family of Hyrule the day after tomorrow. Yes, it was a task set to me by the mayor, but would you go in my stead? You have never been to Hyrule before, right? In the Kingdom of Hyrule there is a great castle, and around it is Castletown, a community bigger than our little village. And far bigger than Hyrule is the rest of the world that the gods created. You should look upon it with your own eyes. It's getting late, we should head back to the village. I'll talk to the mayor about this tomorrow. Hey! Doctor, you there? Hey, you mind helping me herd the goats? They ain't listening to me lately. Hey, where's Epona? Well then, after a lot of opening cutscenes, we're now in control. So, this is, in case you hadn't noticed already somehow, a Zelda game. So controls are very much standard of kind of move around, Z target, speak, backflip, all that kind of stuff. And so what we need to do for now is find our horse. And we saw it being led away by a strange woman in this particular direction. I have to say, it's been a bit of an absence from both Zelda games for me and Let's Playing generally, and I just want to start off with, I'm so happy to be back. I'll talk a bit about what's actually going to happen in the future of the channel, but for now, we're actually where we need to be, so another cutscene! So, after that relatively pointless cutscene, other than to introduce potential love interest, we now have a horse. Which is nice to start off with a horse this early in the game, so that can just be moved around with the control stick once again, and pressing A, you can see those little, I guess they're whip icons at the bottom, that you can use for quick kind of like bursts of speed. So let's head back to where we came from and do the goats, whatever that means. Do the goat sounds wrong somehow. Shut up, doctor. The goat, the horse isn't very easy to handle on this. She occasionally just crashes into walls. Anyway, let's go through here. We haven't actually been through here yet, so this is a new area. Welcome to Ordon Village. There we go. I thought it gave the name, but it was a bit slower than I thought it was going to be. So this is, of course, as you can see, where the kind of game begins. Traditional. This is your outset island, Kokiri Forest equivalent of sleepy town that's safe from the rest of the world, where your quest begins. And so we can actually talk to people from Epona, so let's start off by talking to this family. If it isn't young doctor, are you going to close down the ranch for the day? I just closed the shop myself. I'm sure you know all about the mischievous monkeys that have been coming into the village lately. Those things worry me a bit. I'd better lock up tight here. I couldn't stand to have any more goods stolen. Can't trust that good-for-nothing husband to do anything right. Come on, Dad. You can't catch a silly little monkey? Well, no. No, I can't. Oh, listen to us, Babylon. I didn't mean to keep you. Alright, off to work with you. And then additionally, there's this little kind of family down here. We'll be doing a fair bit later on with the kind of various relatives? Residents of Ordon Village, so makes sense to introduce you to them now. Great timing, Doctor. There was something I'd forgotten to tell you. My son Colin is making a fishing rod so the two of you can play together. He should finish it today, so you can get it at the house tomorrow. And then there's his family behind him, but they're of very little importance. And finally, there is this bloke. He's quite important, as he is actually... Oh! He is the mayor of Ordon Village, if I can bloody talk to him. There we go. Oh, Doctor. Looks like you're going to help Fado. Good job. He headed up to the ranch ahead of you. You go finish up your chores before the sun goes down. Well, he didn't really tell us anything particularly interesting, but I guess we should meet him and know who he is. Anyway, up to the ranch we go. And if we go over here, we can talk to the ranch owner, whose name I've completely forgotten. Fado, that's it. Same as the Earth Sage in Wind Waker. No, the Wind Sage in Wind Waker, the original one, not Makar. Anyway, ignore me. These guys have been awful skittish lately. They won't listen to a word I say. Sorry, bud, but how's about you and Epona herd him into the barn real quick? We ain't got much time, so you think you can do it for me? What the hell is that accent? Oh, this is the thing about going back to a text-based game of you get to hear my... I was going to say wide array of accents, but they're all basically the same and they're all shit. So anyway, bit of a minigame. So the goats will run away from us, and what we have to do is kind of try to herd them into the barn. We got a little trick as well, if we can press A to kind of whoop, which kind of sends a shockwave out from us. If we get them near the barn, they'll tend to kind of go in it. And so the trick to this is a game you'll end up doing in various forms over the course of the game. So I guess kind of get used to it now. And the trick is kind of to go in wide circles around the edge, which I've completely failed to do there. And you can basically just whoop constantly. There is one slight disadvantage to that if I'm very fortunate we won't actually see, but there's a very real chance that we might as well. So let's try and chase these guys. Left? Nope, okay, they went that way. What you want to do, as you can see, is kind of like go around the edges and pick all the goats up as you go along, then you get a kind of group of them going in front of you, and it's awesome. Which we're just about doing here, and none of them have gone mental yet, so that's okay. Though, actually maybe that doesn't happen the first time you're doing this. Basically, like I mentioned, there is a slight disadvantage to whooping too much, and occasionally, if you spook the goats, they go absolutely mental and try and murder you. But that didn't happen! And we got all 10 in, there's no time limit or anything, so on with the show. Dr. Epona, much obliged to both of y'all. I can cover everything tomorrow without having to trouble you, bud, so just sit back and relax, bud. He didn't say bud that many times, but I did. Oh, but how about today? Want to practice with the fences? Just wait a spell, bud, I'll get them fences set up. Didn't actually give me a choice there, but hey, I guess I'll practice with the fences. Oh, sorry that took so long. Okay then, y'all ride all you want. Y'all get tired of riding, just jump the gate and head back into the village, okay, bud? Stop saying bud so much. So fences, the deal with them is if you boost with A just before you hit them, then you go whee and jump over them. It's not as exciting as that exclamation from me made it sound, quite frankly. Hey, wake up, Doctor! It's morning already! Well, we just had a little hint of them there, but welcome to probably the most obnoxious characters in any Zelda game ever, which is why I did an extremely obnoxious voice for them. Also, welcome to Link's fucking super cool house. I would love to live somewhere like this that's got like little, I don't know what these are, mezzanine kind of things, but it just looks like such a cool little house for him to own. I don't know how old he's supposed to be in this to have his own house and whatnot, but hey. Anyway, let's head outside. And I have a strange habit in this game. Whenever I'm up here, I don't like to go down the ladder. I always prefer to backflip off it. Don't know why, always do it. I do that in a lot of Zelda games with a lot of things. Anyway, let's talk to the obnoxious children. Oh, Doctor, did you hear? They're selling a slingshot in the store right now. A slingshot! I wonder how powerful it is. I need it. I must try it. Tallow, if you and Mallow want it so badly, just buy it at my parents' shop. Do you see any rupees in my hands? I can't afford that thing. Come on, Beth, can't you just loan it to us for a while? You know I get in trouble for that. If you do want it, save up your allowances or something. But our allowances are terrible. Oh, I wish I was born into a family with a slingshot instead of one with a water wheel. So here are your characters. There's Beth, who's relatively kind of normal. And then there is this fucker here, who is Tallow, who is extremely obnoxious. There he is. And then there's Mallow, the really creepy baby, who's one of the more disturbing characters Nintendo's ever come out with. Finally over here is Colin, who I thought was a girl the first time I played through this game, apart from the name Colin. Hi, Doctor. You had the day off work today, right? So I finished the fishing rod I was making. Doctor, I figured I'd give it to you first thing in the morning, but my dad said, you just wait until Doctor comes to get it, so I didn't bring it to you. Well, thanks. Oh, you have the day off from work, don't you, Doctor? You have to give Epona a day off too, poor girl. Oh, I thought I'd get on Epona. Well, that's no fun. Fun fact that I've missed out. You can name the horse in this. It gives you the option to do it. I spent about 10 minutes trying to think of a good name and just couldn't. Fun fact, I have a practice file for this kind of thing where I'm kind of just making sure everything works. On that, my horse is named Jeremy, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever and completely ruins my immersion in the game regularly when it's like, oh, Doctor, I washed Jeremy for you. So I just decided to stick with the default Epona on this. Anyway, let's head into this building. This is the store, run by Beth's mother, Sarah. Oh my, it's young Doctor. Welcome, my dear. You didn't happen to see my little cat out there, did you? He ate the fish we were going to have for supper last night, and I gave him a good scolding. But then he went out and hasn't returned. I'm so fraught with worry for him. I've exhausted myself. Well, that'll probably be important later on. She appears to be drowning her sorrows with milk as well. Milk seems to be like booze in the Zelda world. Well, I mean, that's probably the reason for it, because you can't have alcohol in a game that I think is a U or maybe a teen or something like that. Anyway, that's, yeah, we'll talk about that more later. Oh, and also, for some reason, because this is the Wii version, wherever I move the remote on the screen, this fairy goes and makes a really annoying sound while it does it. There's no way to disable that while still keeping the pointer controls, which I quite like, so I'm just going to try and keep it in the corner of the screen most time and pretend it's not there. Anyway, let's talk to Bo again. Morning, Doctor! Sounds like Faddo's handling things up at the ranch today on his own. When he's up there alone, I will figure some calamity or other's gonna happen. Whoa! A goat got loose! It's heading for town! Somebody stop it! And here we play a tiny little mini game. Maneuver yourself left or right, and when the time is ready, hold A and grab the goat and wrestle it to the ground. Oh, fuck. That was really brutal. He probably threw it. Oh, that chicken's going to attack the goat. I'd pay to watch that fight. Oh, Faddo did it again. These goats have been awful skittish lately. Always got to be on your toes. Sorry about that, Doctor. But thanks to you, that goat didn't get away. Awesome, and now we have one goat. There, goat. There. He just stays there for a while. Anyway, let's actually talk to Faddo this time. The goats are getting loose, the monkeys are causing trouble. It's tough being mayor. You heard about them, right, Doctor? Those monkeys? Apparently they've been coming into the village lately. If you see them causing any trouble, can you teach them a lesson for me? Man, everyone seems to hate the monkeys on this. Anyway, there is something we're supposed to be doing here, but it's kind of hidden. If we talk to... So the guy who was talking to us in the opening cutscene, Russell, this is his wife, Uli. Let's talk to her. Oh, good morning to you. If you're looking for my husband, he took his sword and left early this morning. But I must ask, Doctor, you haven't seen a cradle come floating by here, have you? It's a baby's cradle made of finely woven tree bark. Oh, such misfortune. How far could it have drifted, I wonder? So, again, another kind of pseudo-side quest for us to think about here. Anyway, if we come over here... Oh, Doctor, try talking to me from... Oh, why does everyone got just the same damn accent in this? Try talking to me from there with A while Z targeting. So, if we said target, we can talk to this man by the weird name of Jaggle, he's called. Hey, there you go. Over here. Yeah, your voice carries well, as usual. Oh, it's changed voice a lot there, apparently. Think you can teach my little tyke to talk to someone for a distance while pressing A while holding Z? So listen, why don't you climb up those vines there, Doctor? Wow, his voice went through a lot of changes over a very small section of text. Yo, there you are. Check this out. You know Sarah at the general store? Well, isn't that her cat over there? He's just been sitting there next to the house having a staring contest with the creek. You don't suppose he's thinking he's going to catch a fish, do you? Ha ha! A cat can't catch no fish. Anyway, that's not what I was meaning to tell you about. I want you to take a look at something. See that grass growing there on the edge of that rock? Haven't I seen you whistling with that stuff? I figured it was pretty rare to see it growing in a place like that, so I thought I'd let you know. Bet you could hop across these rocks with a quick little flick of the upwards control stick, couldn't you? And indeed we can. We just walk towards the end. You jump like in any Zelda game, and you can press A to pluck the grass, and press A once again to blow it. So we get this crazy first-person flying scene. But what's coming down to attack us? Oh my god! It's a bird. It's our bird, apparently. And so what you can do with the bird is quite strange, but basically you can aim it at a target with your remote and then press A and fire! And it destroys that beehive. There is a point to that. Well, it's actually 2 points to them, but we don't actually know one of those points for now, because basically, you can do something with beehives, but a lot later in the game. But for now, basically, there's this vine behind it, and if you choose to climb up this vine, had you done this before taking out the beehive, you, unsurprisingly, get attacked quite viciously by bees. So, yeah, but we can avoid that now, and we can go to the top, and I'm actually just going to speed up to the top. And here we go, and there is a point to all this, which is money! So, overhead we can see rupees, the currency of pretty much every Zelda game ever, and this one on the left is a blue rupee, in brackets 5, so worth 5, and then there is a yellow rupee here, which is worth 10. There's also green rupees that are worth 1, red that are worth 20, purple that are worth 50, silver which are worth 100, and orange, I think, are in this, which are worth 200. Anyway, that's nice, kind of. We need to gather some rupees at some point for something we've actually already been told about, but I haven't told you that we're planning on doing yet. But for now, we're not doing that. I'm talking extremely quickly, because we want to come over here, and there's some more hawk grass. Unfortunately, as it's saying at the top, we can't skip that. But this scene, you can press minus and minus again to skip, because we've already seen the bird come down. And then you can see, unfortunately, because this is not the HD version, because that doesn't come out for another 2 months, you can only just see what that is in the corner, but let's fire the hawk at it anyway. If in doubt, launch a bird at your adversaries. And look at that, it's the cradle that we were asked to look for by Uli. I don't know whether to call her Yuli or Uli. Uli, I think. That sounds weirdly Viking. Anyway, oh! Bollocks. Can I just push this to shore? I was thinking about this earlier. I have no idea what happens if you drop the cradle into the water. Now, turns out we can find out. Oh, well, that was relatively straightforward. Also, you can see we're slightly damp and then we dry off. Look at that. The amazing technology of the Nintendo Wii. Anyway, if we return this to Uli. Oh, Doctor, that cradle. Did you go to the trouble of finding it for me? My thanks to you. Oh, that reminds me. There's something I'm supposed to give you. Do you think you could carry that cradle with me back to my house? And of course, she walks extremely slowly. So I'm going to take this opportunity to have a bit of an explain about this series. Basically, the thing that's going to be different with this series compared to most of my other series is it's not going to go up on a timetabled kind of schedule. Because for reasons that I'm not going to go into, I vaguely touched on them in a video that I did a while ago explaining a lot of stuff going on right now, and basically I can't at the moment stick to like a kind of concrete timetable, so I'm basically going to try and upload this as and when I do it. I'm aiming for 2 to 3 times a week, but it's not going to be regularly. I can't say it's going to go up on Friday nights and Monday nights or anything like that, so just so you know, that's what the deal is. My thanks to you, Doctor. Yes, I'd nearly forgotten. I was supposed to give you this. Alright, here you go. You got a fishing rod! A simple fishing rod with a bobber. Set it to be on the minus screen and blah 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 blah. I'll show you this later anyway, but you'll notice, you know my style, visualizers going on. It's a little unpolished. My son Colin made this under the instruction of his father. You can use it if you like. But there you go, there's a kind of visualizer that'll pop up whenever we get anything, actually, that'll keep track of everything, and the fishing rod is our first thing. So, what can we do with a fishing rod? We can, of course, fish. And what do we know that's going on involving fish? Well, there's Sarah's cat over here, who appears to be wanting to catch a fish. So, this seems like an opportunity, ample opportunity to learn to fish. Hello, cat. Bye-bye, cat. So if we press minus, it brings up the item wheel. And basically, we choose the item we want. We only have one, and we can press B to set it to B. And then when we're back on the overall, we can press B to use it. And press B again to use it, and do the weirdest fishing ever. So, the bob is in the water. And it stands up straight. And after a bit, there you go. I'm literally just holding the Wii remote up now, pointing it upwards, and that's apparently enough to reel in a fish. No, me neither. Anyway, you caught it, an 11-inch green gill. These small fries are everywhere. And now we need to do it again. Don't ask me why. The cat's watching us now, though. Hopefully that doesn't put us off too much. And then, yes, bobber fishing is extremely strange on this. Yeah, it doesn't require any effort. You just hold the rod in the air and that's enough. Anyway, we've got another green gill, and once you've caught your second green gill... So, Sarah's cat has returned to Sarah with a fish, which I'm sure has plot importance at some point, but for now, we've got one final kind of little bit to do before heading over there. So head into this house with the water wheel on the side of it. So this is obnoxious Tallow even, and creepy baby Mallow's house, and their parents as well. But it's also got a dog. It's got a cute little dog with a actually really weirdly flat textured face. But here's one of the cuter things in the game. You can pick it up and hold it over your shoulder like that. It's so adorable. What you can also do is put it down there and pick up a pot. And in true Zelda style, smash some pots. In case you hadn't gathered, on some level, what I'm trying to do at the moment is earn some money, because we need a certain amount of money very shortly this episode. So I'm smashing shit in order to do it. And we've got 21 rupees. For what I'm planning, I need 30 rupees. So let's head back outside. As you saw in that house, you can smash pumpkins, and they usually have rupees inside. And here are a ton of pumpkins, so I'm just going to smash these. And while doing so, talk about this game. I really like this game, and I'm kind of doing this to coincide with soon, probably while I'm still doing this Let's Play, the HD release will come out, and I'm sure it'll be great. I do, however, have some slight issues with this game. One of which is it has the slowest start to any Zelda game ever. And I don't just, well, you'll see what I mean over the coming few episodes of just not much. Well, stuff does happen, but somehow it just feels like it takes ages. Like there's a lot of. Hey. Shut up! I don't care what you think. I want money. I'll waste as much food as I want. If it's, I mean, if you don't want people to smash your pumpkins, don't put currency inside them. Is a generally kind of good rule. Nearly got as much money as we want now. But yeah, just like the beginning of this, a lot of this stuff there's just. I suppose. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. A lot of Zelda games are slow in the beginning. I think I'm just used to Wind Waker, which is actually quite fast. But I guess even that's maybe just Zelda games are just slow in the beginning and the kind of run up to the kind of this period of the nothing has gone wrong yet period. Anyway, the music's all happy in here because Sarah's cat's come back. Oh my doctor, you simply must hear this. Just take a look. My little kitty doctor came back. Did you call your cat doctor after me? Or is that supposed to be a comma? My little kitty doctor came back. That's a weird. It's either weird grammar or you named your cat after me. And he brought a fish back with him. He was worried about me being angry. Oh, just look, isn't he cute the way he laps up that milk? Same idea, why don't you have some too? I'm in a good mood, so it's on the house today. You got milk in a bottle, but this bottle's half empty. Anyway, so milk replenishes 3 hearts and there's 2 helpings of it. But the important thing there is not... Okay, it's told me about some stuff here. The important thing there is not the milk, it is actually the bottle. Because once we finish the milk, we've got an empty bottle, and anyone who knows Zelda knows important. So we can actually set 3 things to the 3 D-pad directions. Or to B as well. B is kind of the active item that you are using. And when you're on the field as well, you can switch between what's on B and what's on the D-pad. And sometimes things like milk you can use directly from the D-pad. Anyway, now that she's kind of happy that her cat's come back, we can actually use her shop as a shop. And as was mentioned by the obnoxious kids a while back, here is the slingshot. What are you doing buying a slingshot, you naughty thing? You're too old for toys. Will you at least let the kids play with it? Oh, I should tell you, if you happen to run out of pellets, you can also use pumpkin seeds. That's what we need 30 rupees for. You got the slingshot. Children love this item. You can hold up to 50 pellets. Set it to B, aim it with the control stick, not the control stick, the pointy, and press B to fire. So, now what can we do with that? So that's a very good question. We can head back to Link's house. Hey. Ah, just in time, Doctor. I delivered something to your room. Oh, I see you got the fishing rod. Colin will be pleased. And it works better than you would think, right? Well, have a good one. So, something's delivered to our house, so that's kind of cool. But first, I'm actually going to talk to the kids here. Doctor has a slingshot! Whoa! Wow, you had enough money to buy it, Doctor? And now we get a bit of a training session. I suppose just for the sake of a Let's Play, it makes sense to show this. So basically this is how we use the slingshot. Pretty straightforward, as you will see. Preparations complete. Okay, wow, this is great. Let's see how powerful that slingshot is. Hit the targets and those scarecrows. I can't believe you two brats are so obsessed about this. It still shows what little boys you both are. These two will never let it go, Doctor. Just show them. First, use the control stick to aim. So, I've got it on the kind of D-pad there, so let's bring it onto B by pressing left on the D-pad and bring it up. And then we move around with the control stick and we aim around with the Wii remote, press and hold B to arm a shot, and then let go to release it. Wow, you hit it! You hit it! It says in the slingshot menu you can use left and right to look around while using the slingshot. Actually, this is supposed to be Beth talking, not Tallow, so I can drop the obnoxious point. I thought you weren't interested, Beth. Let's try again. Shoot that. Shoot the scarecrow in the face, and shoot that. There's an entire minigame that's based on this. When I say minigame, I mean actually a separate game. It's like a spin-off game. That was freaking out because there's actually a glass between me and that particular part of the screen. There's a glass, so I think the kind of Wii remote was freaking out a little bit. And once you've destroyed all of them, wow, amazing, Doctor. If you lock on with Z, you don't have to aim with the cursor at all. And that's how we use ranged weapons. Gee, you really are amazing, Doctor. By the way, Doctor, were you expecting Colin's dad to bring something here? Because he did. Oh yeah, that's right. What was that anyway? I command you to tell us. Oh, that baby is deeply disturbing. Anyway, there's actually a Skulltula on the ladder up to our house, weirdly enough. But we can get rid of it with the slingshots. And up we go. And as I was saying, we can enter the house to find what Russell delivered here. And indeed, straight ahead of us, for some reason he delivered it in a chest. But here is the wooden sword! It was returned to you fully repaired. It's easy to use, just swing the control stick. And you can't, I just tried it then, you can't use it in a house. But, much like we just got some instruction in slingshot play, we can also get some instruction on swordplay. So, let's hop down the ladder. Yep, I'm not kidding when I say I do that every time. Oh my, isn't that a wooden sword, Doctor? Whoa, she's right! Can I see it for a sec? Seriously, lately those monkeys have been coming out of the woods and playing tricks on us. We want to get them good. I'm trying to make his voice as irritating as possible. It's hard for my voice to actually be more irritating than the character, but I think I'm succeeding. Anyway, they're offering to teach us some sword stuff. Well, we're showing them sword stuff, but they're kind of telling us it. First off, we want to see that move. The slice. You just swing the Wii remote, right? And indeed you do. It doesn't matter what action you do, you literally just shake the remote or move it fast in any direction it does it. Wow, horizontal slice was it? I think I've seen you do a vertical slice before, you know, while swinging controls. Why do I keep calling it the control stick? The Wii remote while Z targeting. Alright, next. Oh, I want to see that other move, Doctor. Yeah, when you target with Z and just tilt forward there. The stab. Basically, essentially, so you hold forward and shake it. Essentially, shaking the Wii remote in this is the same as pressing B in any other Zelda game. And what controls what you do different attacks is what kind of Z targeting or not you're doing. So for a spin attack, like they were saying just then, shake the nunchuck. And you do a sweet spin attack. Oh wow, thanks Doctor. I'm sorry you have to waste your time with these little brats when you must be tired from all the important stuff you do. She's a proper fangirl, she is. You've got to show us the jump attack before you go. You know, the one where you go hiya and leap through the air. Technically anything Link does is the one where he goes hiya, because that's all he says. But anyway, yeah, Z target and press A. And you can split a scarecrow's head in two, apparently. Actually, that was just his helmet. Thanks, Doctor. So, I think I get it, kinda. Maybe not. So this means that anytime one of those naughty monkeys shows up... Come here, you! Well, as you can see, that set off some plot in motion, but that's for next episode, because this one's already probably been about half an hour, kind of slightly longer than I was expecting. But there's, like... I'm aiming for between 20 to 30 minutes for every episode, and there's kind of stuff I want to get done every episode, and this one, just because the beginning of this game is so slow, the episodes might run a bit longer, but hey, that's the way things go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor of the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been Let's Play Twilight Princess. Thank you very much, and good day.